The goblet squat can be done with or without a weight. You're going to start with your chest nice and upright, shoot your hips back, and go straight down to about 90 degrees or lower. Make sure that your feet stay flat on the ground and you're driving your knees out towards your second and third toe. For the 1 1/4 squat, you can almost think of this like a pulse squat. So standing straight up, bending my knees, dropping to the deepest point of my squat. Then I'm going to come up just 1/4 of the way. Then I'm going to go back down to that deepest point of the squat, stand all the way up, rinse, and repeat. So for our half squat to jump squat, you're going to do exactly what the name suggests. Okay, so I'm going to do a half squat, back to the bottom, jump all the way up, reset. Half squat, back to the bottom, jump all the way up, reset. And rinse and repeat. Next up, we got this goof showing us some bent over rows. So you're going to hinge those hips back, pull those dumbbells up towards your hips, squeezing your shoulder blades together. And for that intermediate version, we're going to do alternating isolated rows. So I'm holding one dumbbell up high while I row the other side, okay? So hit a row, second rep I hold, row, isolated hold, switching each side, maintaining that nice flat back. For the advanced version of this exercise, it's going to be a row, each arm, into a reverse fly. Right arm row, left arm row, nice reverse fly. For our beginner lunge, we're going to start off in that split stance position. We are going to drive that back knee down towards the ground, making a 90-degree angle with our back and forward leg. For our intermediate version of this exercise, we're going to start with 2 weights up overhead or water bottles, whatever you have. And then we're going to start with our feet together, stepping 1 foot back, dropping that knee down, and switching legs each repetition. For the advanced version of this exercise, it's going to be a little bit more plyometric. So as I come up out of my lunge, I'm going to jump up and switch legs at the top. So for our first version of the diamond push-up, we are going to start with our hands in a diamond position on an elevated surface, knees down, nice flat body. We're going to lower our chest towards that elevated surface and push away. So for the intermediate version of this exercise, it's going to be the same form, except our hands are not going to be in an incline position. You see how I made that triangle? With my hands, I drop my hip down and I'm lowering my chest down towards my hands, shooting my elbows back towards my side, pressing away until my arms are fully extended, and then rinsing and repeating. For the most advanced version of this exercise, the form is going to be exactly the same, but we're going to perform it on our feet, making us have to travel a little deeper and using a lot more resistance to get back up from the bottom. For our beginner version of the leg raises, you're going to start by sitting on your hands. You are going to tuck your chin like you're trying to make a double chin, elevate your head and your shoulder blades to really engage that core. Then you're going to lower your legs down towards the floor till you almost hit the ground and then come back up to that starting position and rinse and repeat. For the intermediate version of this exercise, we're going to have that hollow body. So instead of sitting on our hands, they're going to be extended straight up overhead, right by our ears, and we are doing that same exact motion. Keeping my chin tucked, shoulders elevated, and core engaged the whole time. For the advanced version, you can or don't have to use a weight, starting with both legs straight overhead and alternating each leg. So I'm going to drop one leg, bring it back to that starting position, and switch each time. If you don't have a plate, that's fine. You can use a textbook, you can use a water bottle, anything you may have around you. Starting in a nice low squat position with my feet nice and wide and my knees driven out, I'm going to take a big step forward, another step, jump. Okay? Take a couple steps back and reset. Get low in that squat position, step, step, jump squat, and reset.